Yo, it's Anti-Famous. In light of everything that's going on, I just wanted to share a story, a personal anecdote, something that happened to me. Long ago and far away, I used to manage a liquor store. One day, on my way to work, the owner called me and said that there was questionable people behind the store. She asked me to ask them to leave. I did so without question, and most of them didn't have an issue. There was about 8 of them, and they started walking away. However, one guy did have an issue. This guy ended up getting very aggressive. He got 5 other people aggressive, and they all ended up surrounding me. I retreated to my car, they surrounded my car, and I couldn't even get into it. It was at that point that I was afraid for my life. When I retreated to my car, I couldn't even close the door. Somebody was in the way, and I ended up closing the door on that person 3 or 4 times, but they refused to move. I decided to draw my firearm, and I had to seriously think about if I was going to end this person's life. Luckily, it was at that moment that some bystanders saw and started hollering at both of us. Little did I know they had called the police on me for brandishing a firearm at them. They had quickly scurried off, not from the firearm, but from them threatening to call the police. To be clear, this situation was diffused without me having to discharge the firearm. It took about an hour and a half, but the police did show up, and when they did, and I told them about the situation, he had warned me about the dangers of brandishing a firearm. Because I was afraid for my life and had access to a vehicle where I could flee, that I should have used the vehicle. And I told him there was several people in front of the vehicle, and he said, "You should have tried to flee the scene before brandishing your firearm." So what that officer told me was that because I was afraid for my life, even though I had a firearm, that my initial response should have been to flee the situation in my vehicle, regardless if there was people in front of it. Anyways, I'm just saying, that's what happened to me. That's what I was told to do in that sort of situation. I don't know if it's relevant in this climate or not, but if the shoe fits. I'm Anti-Famous. Have a wonderful day. Peace.